Hi, I'm LauraVirili, and I inspire advisors to kill it online through social media and offline through relationship management. Today, we're on location in Washington, D.C., and my guest is a colleague of yours who's redefining and reinvigorating the industry. She's here to share her story and why she's so passionate about financial education and financial planning. Marguerita Cheng is a Chief Executive Officer at Blue Ocean Global Wealth. Prior to co-founding the firm, she was a financial advisor at Ameriprise Financial and an analyst and editor at Towa Securities in Tokyo, Japan. Rita is a past spokesperson for the AARP Financial Freedom Campaign and a regular columnist for Kiplinger. She is a CFP professional, a chartered retirement planning counselor, a retirement income certified professional, and a certified divorce financial analyst. As a CFP Board ambassador, Rita helps educate the public, policymakers, and media about the benefits of competent, ethical financial planning. She serves as a women's initiative advocate and subject matter expert for CFP Board, contributing to the development of examination questions for the CFP certification examination. Rita also volunteers for CFP Board Disciplinary and Ethics Commission hearings. She served on the Financial Planning Association National Board of Directors from 2013 to 2015 and is a past president of the FPA National Capital Chapter. Rita is a recipient of the Ameriprise Financial Presidential Award for Quality of Advice and the prestigious Japanese Mambuka Gakusho Scholarship. Margarita, it's so great to have you on my show.
Well, Laura, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here, and you can call me Rita.
Perfect. Thank you. So, Rita, tell me why you were called to the world of financial advising.
Sure. Well, in college, I studied East Asian language and literature and finance. I'm truly one of those people who's right brain and left brain. So my first job out of college was I worked as an analyst on Tokyo Wallstreet. I actually first started out as an editor, and then I became a junior analyst. The job was very rewarding. I really liked it. I used quantitative skills, writing skills, and everything, but there was something missing. The relationships. I didn't really get to interact with the end user, the client.
Yep.
At the time, I didn't really know what financial planning was. I didn't really understand the discipline of financial planning, but it was at that point where I decided to take a pause from brokerage and look at financial advising or financial planning.
So I feel like because you felt there was something missing, that it goes back even further than when than your first job. I feel like there's something there that made you feel that missing part.
I think I was always destined to be a planner. So for those of you who don't know me, my dad was born in China and came to the U.S. by way of Taiwan. My dad came here with literally nothing, $17, and he ended up in Wisconsin.
Wow.
It was freezing cold. He would even say it was, he didn't even know how he survived, but he made it. And he told me when I was younger that you should never define your self-worth by your net worth. I was truly destined to be a planner because I'm the oldest of three girls. And before my dad would go on business trips, he would take me to the safe and make me crack the safe and show me the will, the insurance policy, and say, if anything happens to mommy, you need to be able to take care of mommy. My dad also taught me how to read value line. And my dad would actually share with me that he purchased IBM stock via payroll deduction, and that's how we all went to college. Oh. So I was exposed to finance at a young age.
Very young age. What a great story. Thank you for sharing that. So with that, you found yourself at Ameriprise for some time, and then you decided to break away from there and go independent and co-create Blue Ocean Global Wealth. What inspired you to make such a big, bold move?
Sure. Well, I definitely take calculated risks. I absolutely love financial planning. In fact, my friends actually call me FPG, Financial Planning Goddess. I'm very passionate about financial planning. I believe that financial planning transforms lives. that's for the end user, meaning the client. But for the advisor, financial planning is intellectually stimulating. It's never boring. It's also emotionally gratifying to see the work that you're doing making a difference in the lives of others, has positive impact on society, and it's financially rewarding. So I feel that financial planning for me isn't just my job or my profession, it's my calling. So why did I leave Ameriprise to form Blue Ocean Global Wealth? I'm very passionate about education, and I wanted to do something different. The reality is there's so many people that really can benefit from objective financial planning advice. And being independent allows me to serve clients in the way that makes the most sense for them. Being independent it's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
But I'd work hard no matter where I was.
Sure.
But being independent is truly inspiring, empowering, and invigorating. To be able to serve clients anytime, anywhere is incredible.
That is incredible. And I know that you have a passion around long-term care, and I know you were featured in the New York Times, correct?
That is right. That is right.
And it was an amazing article. Can you share with the audience the importance of long-term care and why you're passionate about it and why advisors really should be communicating that with their clients?
Sure. Long-term care is something that's near and dear to my heart, and I've often been approached by clients and prospective clients alike. They ask me, Rita, do you think everyone needs long-term care insurance? I said, actually, I don't believe that everyone needs long-term care insurance, but what I do believe is everyone must have a plan for how they're going to handle long-term care. And that means, financially, how you're going to pay for it. Also means other things. So how do you want to receive the care? Where do you want to receive the care? And who's going to administer that care? I'm really passionate about the topic of long-term care because my dad just passed away February 25th, 2015. And my dad really suffered. He had Parkinson's disease for 9 years.
Oh, yikes.
And at the time, I encouraged my parents to plan.
Right.
I was 31 years old. I just gave birth to 2 babies. And I told my parents, I'm like, we really need to address this. At the time, my mom was a baby. She was in her early 50s. She said, isn't this for old people? I said, Mommy, you're young and beautiful, but you need to prepare for this so that Dad can get his spousal discount. See, I knew how to motivate my parents to action. But in all seriousness, I think it's very important that advisors talk about this with their clients because this is exactly what I say to people. Just because you talk about it doesn't mean it's going to happen. And if you don't talk about it, doesn't mean that it won't. But if you bring it up in a non-threatening manner, and you have time to plan, you're going to have more choice and control. And I tell people straight up, having choice can be overwhelming, but it's good. And it's okay to be a control freak. So it's about independence, choice, and control.
Yep.
And I just want to educate people on the options. And that goes back to why we formed Blue Ocean Global Wealth. We're really passionate about education, whether we're advising clients, our peers, tax advisors and estate planning attorneys, on all the aspects of financial planning.
Absolutely. You are clearly an educator at heart, and you're a spokesperson for the AARP. Is that correct?
Yes, I am a spokesperson for the AARP Financial Freedom Campaign.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Sure. So what does financial freedom mean?
Right.
AARP is the largest organization in the United States that serves clients 50 and up.
Yep.
What AARP realized is that the demographics of America are changing, and I serve as the financial ambassador for the Financial Freedom Campaign with a specific outreach to the Asian American Pacific Islander community. I am what you call ABC, American-born Chinese. So English is the first language.
I thought that was always be connecting or always be closing.
Right, always be closing. No, this
always be doing something.
Right. I'm ABC. I'm American-born Chinese, or maybe I should always be closing. But my job is to reach out to people just like me that may not be aware of the resources that their parents or relatives can take advantage of.
Okay, got it.
And I speak about retirement security and financial stability, which is important for all Americans.
Absolutely, no doubt. Social media is obviously very prominent, and it's getting larger, and it's not going away. I know you're a very social advisor. You have thousands and thousands of followers and connections. Can you share with the advisor community how you actually are using and leveraging social media to spread the word on education and financial planning?
Sure, I absolutely can. I love social media. I think it's a way to connect and gather intelligence. So,
yeah.
how I've realized success is I first started small. I started with one platform, that's LinkedIn.
Okay.
So, for many advisors, their firms will permit them to be on LinkedIn.
Sure.
And first, I just would connect with people, like their posts, share their posts. That was like very effective. I read a lot.
I know you read a lot.
I read a lot.
Didn't you like hide under the covers and with a
Yes.
flashlight when you were younger?
Yes, I'm a closet nerd. I would like have a flashlight and I'd hide under the covers. But then I would sit on the floor of my walk-in closet and I would read, and I could hear my parents come up the stairs and I'd like climb back into bed. So I absolutely enjoy reading. And how I've also realized a lot of success on LinkedIn is if there's an article that a journalist or reporter has written, I might connect with them with a customized note.
Sure.
How's that been beneficial? I tell everyone it's very hard to stay current. You don't have to read everything, but you need to at least read something, and you need to formulate opinion about what you're reading because your clients are reading these
Absolutely.
articles and publications and news. So I tell people you got to start small. Approach social media with an open mind. Share and promote others, and be a giver. Connect to others. Sometimes when my children were younger, it was hard for me to go to a networking event at night. But social media allows me to network with people from the convenience of my smartphone.
Yeah, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? So that's what I love about social media for advisors is you literally can view it as the biggest party that's out there or the biggest networking event that's out there that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can come and go as you please. You can form your own parties, your network, and you can eavesdrop on individuals. And you can also contribute to other individuals as well. And like you said, be a giver. There's 3 types of people in the world. There's takers, there's matchers, and there's givers. The givers are the ones that really differentiate themselves and stand out from the rest. And clearly you're doing that. I know you contribute a lot in terms of articles and publications on social media. Can you share in terms of how you're using, I know we were talking about LinkedIn, but how your reach is even larger than just LinkedIn from a social perspective?
Sure. So I started with LinkedIn,
Yep.
and then when I became independent and launched Blue Ocean Global Wealth, we started becoming active on Twitter. Twitter's fast moving. You can see a lot of activity. So sometimes there are reporters and journalists and freelance writers that put queries out there for certain topics, and you can respond.
Right.
The other way is I'm very proud that I'm passionate about the profession. I'm a CFP Board ambassador.
Yep.
So in that role, it's a volunteer position. It is my job to educate the public, the media, and policymakers on the benefits of ethical financial planning. And as a result of my role as CFP Board ambassador, sometimes reporters, journalists, and columnists will ask for feedback and input on certain stories. So that's been really helpful. My advice is pick a topic that you're really passionate about.
Right.
So I'm very passionate about a couple things. Passionate about kids and money. Passionate about women and money. I'm passionate about retirement security and diversity in the profession. Well, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
But it's very authentic because sometimes there have been queries where,
Sure.
I want to talk to someone who's well-versed in kids. I said, well, I think I'm your woman. I have an elementary school daughter, a middle school son, a high school's daughter. I'm a mother. I'm a financial planner. I'm your woman. I can answer your question.
That's exactly right. It's your niche, right? It's all about finding our niche. So speaking of women, there's so much buzz right now. Not that there hasn't ever been in the past, but um, from what I can tell and what I'm reading, and the needs of some of the folks that I work with in terms of the industry, um, is to have that diversity, especially women, and there seems to be this very large spotlight on them right now. Can you share your thoughts as to why you feel that this is really bubbled up right now, and coming from you as a woman in the industry, and also like if there's ever if there's females out there that are considering becoming advisors or planners, any advice you can share there? I know there's a couple of questions mixed in there, but your insight on that would be fantastic.
Sure. Well, I think financial planning as a discipline and as a career choice is not well understood. I think we're doing a better job in promoting the profession, but a lot of people don't really know about financial planning as a distinct discipline within finance or within the business school, if that program is in a business school.
Right.
When people think financial planning, they might think, oh, well, I was thinking that the only option is like corporate finance or investment banking or things of this nature. So first, there's an awareness issue of the profession. Second, there's a demand issue. People, our oldest boomers are going to be turning 70 this year.
That's right.
And there, more and more Americans are going to have to plan for their retirement, meaning not as many people have defined pension benefits. The cost of education is much higher. So there's definitely the demand there for financial planning.
Yep.
Women are double inheritors. Many times they inherit from their parents and maybe from their spouses passing away. So women are inheriting money. They're in control of money. And then you add in demographic changes such as more and more women are earning college degrees in certain fields, that the demand is going to increase. The opportunity is there. There's just not been a lot of women in financial planning, in financial advising, in financial services, and so therein lies the opportunity. I think,
and which is so interesting because it's really a relationship business at this point in time. So that could be another reason why there's so much focus on it. It's not just conducting trades. It's really about forming those relationships just like you do with your clients. And sorry I cut you off there, but I just had that aha moment and wanted to interject.
Oh no, absolutely no problem. Women are, we need more female advisors.
Yep.
Equal opportunity. We love the male advisors, but the reality is we need female advisors too. The industry's probably done a good job recruiting. The challenge is retention. A lot of, I put myself out there, not because I think I'm so great, but I think, gosh, if I could do this. When I became a financial advisor,
right,
my daughter was 3, my son was 6 months old, and I'm not saying it because I'm a martyr, but I really believe that it's important for me to set a good example,
Sure.
Mentor and encourage other women, whether they're younger than me or older than me, to consider a career in financial planning. I've mentored 5 African American women to sit for the CFP certification exam. It's something I'm really proud of. I just really want to make a difference. I want to bring more women into the profession.
Wow, that is fantastic. So not only were you helping females, but you were also helping diversity within the profession.
Absolutely. Diversity is actually one of our core principles of Blue Ocean Global Wealth. Diversity, education, collaboration, they're all very important to us. Of course, integrity without question, but diversity, education, and collaboration. Diversity is something very important to me personally. I mean, my name is Marguerita Cheng. I'm diverse and multicultural myself.
Right.
And I'll just share my diversity story so that people can understand a little bit more about the context. So I first joined one of the industry associations in 2004. Took me a while to get around to going to the first meeting because my kids were still pretty little.
Right.
I just finished CFP coursework. I was about to take the certification exam, and I was also an advisor at a major firm.
Right.
So it took me a while to get around to going to the first meeting. When I went to the first meeting, actually walked out. It wasn't because I was in a bad mood. I thought I was in the wrong place. I
Oh
opened the
my
door.
gosh.
I didn't see anybody who looked like me. What do I mean? I mean, I didn't see any diversity in that room.
Oh, wow.
That was more than 10 years ago. And I said to myself, I started to have a panic attack. I'm like, oh my God, if the demographics of America are changing and there's no one in this room in our profession, what are we going to do? So instead of sitting around and complaining about it, I decided to do something about it. So diversity is something that I make it a mission to educate diverse multicultural candidates on the benefits of career and financial planning. And many of the clients that we serve, if you can imagine, also from diverse multicultural backgrounds.
Of course, absolutely. Clearly, Blue Ocean Global Wealth is a progressive firm.
Thank you so much for recognizing that. We think so too. The industry has been so focused on assets under management. That's not to say assets are not important. Of course they are. Clients must save and invest to reach their life goals, such as educating their children, starting a business, or retirement. But what makes us progressive is we don't have any hard and fast asset minimums. However, we are not going to work with just anybody.
Sure, of course.
Every client must do financial planning. We think it's really important to have a financial planning relationship, and that allows us to serve younger clients. That also allows us to serve clients from more multicultural, diverse backgrounds, which is really important to us and our firm's mission and identity.
So your firm's strategy, Blue Ocean Global Wealth strategy, is education. And I know you educate more than just the advisors, and you offer CE programs. Can you expand on that?
Sure. Blue Ocean Global Wealth is an approved provider of CFP Board CE, or continuing education.
Wow. That's a mouthful.
It is a
and
mouthful.
It's also incredibly impressive.
Too many acronyms. We're here in DC. We have the FBI, SEC,
CIA,
DOL, CFP.
CFP. So what do you offer?
Sure. So we have programs in different areas. So first, advanced retirement planning. Second, Social Security optimization strategies. Third, succession planning.
Wow.
Fourth, diversity and its impact on financial planning in America.
That's a lot. That's fantastic. I want to congratulate you on being so progressive and all that you've accomplished thus far. I know I'm inspired by you and your firm. I'm sure that the audience is equally inspired. So thank you again for your time today.
Oh, thank you so much.
To learn more about Marguerita and Blue Ocean Global Wealth and all they have to offer, be sure to visit blueoceanglobalwealth.com. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, swing by LauraVirili.com, follow me on Twitter, and like me on Facebook. Thanks for joining.